I'm Barbara Kelly with the Hearing Loss Association of America. Do you think you might have a hearing loss or know someone who does? Let's talk about some of the symptoms of hearing loss. For most adults, the onset and progression of hearing loss extends over some time. An exception would be military exposed to explosions and gunfire. Often, people will blame their hearing problems on the nature of the other person's speech, like, if people wouldn't mumble, I could hear, or people talked a lot clearer when I was younger. Your family and friends are likely to be the first to notice some difficulty in hearing, long before you do.
It was my children who noticed before I did. They would talk to me from the back seat of the car. They were in their early teens, and I didn't answer, or they'd talk to me from another room, and I would hear them talking, but I couldn't understand that they were talking to me. So eventually my son said, Mom, I don't think you're hearing quite the way you used to.
Typically at this stage, the individual will deny a problem. That is understandable since there is usually great variability in how the person functions in various situations and with different people. In some situations and with some people, he might do pretty well. People will not be aware of what they don't hear, like the sound of birds, the beep of the microwave, the turn signal in the car, and soft everyday sounds. They will be aware that they don't understand speech, as when they say, I can hear, but I can't understand, especially the high-pitched voices of children. Family members frequently complain that the TV volume is set too high, leading to some family squabbles. The person with hearing loss will notice difficulty in understanding when someone talks from another room. Probably the major complaint of people with hearing loss is the difficulty they experience in comprehending speech in any kind of noisy place. Restaurants, receptions, large family dinners, in the car, or on a plane. Group conversations are particularly difficult, especially when there is a great deal of crosstalk. These increasing difficulties in hearing may produce conflict between the person with hearing loss and family members, with the family insisting on getting help, and the person with hearing loss reluctant to recognize reality. This stage may last for 5 or more years before the hearing loss and the problems that go with it are acknowledged and help is finally sought. For children who are hard of hearing, the situation is different. Parents should be on the lookout for delayed or aberrant speech and language development, apparent inattention, and poor schoolwork.
I think for young kids, especially for me growing up, there was a stigma with hearing loss, and looking back, I wish I would have got hearing aids because it would have improved my relationships. I didn't care if it was cool or not. I think that kids just gotta kind of let go of their pride, have self-esteem, and do the things that they need to do to put themselves in the best situation for social relationships, for school, and just for living a fun and active lifestyle.
Hearing screenings in classrooms are necessary, but not mandated in all states. Ask your pediatrician to do a hearing screening at your child's annual checkup. So these are just some clues that might help you or someone you know to realize if you have a hearing loss.